We're going to start here, AJ, with the Dodgers and some uniqueness here. A couple of unique points to get your thoughts on. Number one, Shohei Ohtani got hit by a pitch the other day near shoulder. So they're like, you know what? Let's just have you pitch and not hit for a game. It hadn't happened in about 5 years. He shoved. His ERA is 0.50 after 3 starts. And he's getting support from role players that I think are making a big difference with the Dodgers this year. The bottom of their lineup is absolutely torching people. And also, you rarely get to see anybody DH besides Otani. Dalton Rushing, of course, DHs and hits a freaking grand slam. We won't get to the Lindor error that happened there, or the mistake. I don't even know if they charge him an error, but the mistake he made again. We'll do that later. But your thoughts on the Dodgers right now?
They're good. They're number one in my power rankings still, Scott. They're number one in my power rankings. They're good. And by the way, I played, I'm going to name drop here. I played golf last couple of days with Andrew Jones, new Hall of Famer. And he said something funny, and I hadn't really thought about it. One thing the Dodgers do, have you noticed Shohei gets matched up with when he pitches? How they don't ever, it's not Shohei versus Tarek Skubal. It'll be Shohei versus the 4th or the 5th starter. And he's like, Shohei wants to win a Cy Young. And if they keep continuing to match him up, and let's not forget, like Joe Madden has told us, Shohei pretty much makes his own schedule. So if he can keep getting matched up with the right teams and pitching the way he's pitching, there might be a good chance for him to win a Cy Young and an MVP this year. I'm just saying if anyone can do both, he can do it. So I think that the Dodgers are just really good. I mean, Dalton Rushing would be a starter on 29 other teams almost. Not 29, but a lot of other teams in Major League Baseball. But here he is stuck behind Will Smith, one of the best catchers, and Dalton Rushing's off to an unbelievable start. So I just think the Dodgers build depth better than anybody. They find players better than anyone, and they use their players. They deploy them better than anyone, and that's why they won back-to-back World Series.
Hold up, Kratz, do you believe that conspiracy theory? Because I think they're trying to slow play it with Otani, and do writers even give a crap about wins?
Wins? I mean, I don't know.
It was 15-0.
Look, I definitely am going to pay attention now. I definitely, because Andrew Jones put that out on the interweb through AJ Przinsky, I am definitely going to be watching for this now. I want to see, because there have been pitchers that I played with that would duck certain teams. I'm not saying Shohei's doing that. AJ and Andrew Jones, the two AJs, said that. But I have seen it before, and pretty notable names sometimes too.
How do they duck? They talk to their coaching staff and go over scheduling?
I'll pitch on short rest. Wow. That's an unbelievable story in the media. This guy's pitching on short rest. Oh, wait, he's ducking a Baltimore Orioles lineup that absolutely raked at the time. Ooh, I'm not feeling it. I just need one extra day. Ooh, duck the Yankees lineup that was killing it at the time. I've seen it. Maybe AJ doesn't agree with me. I have seen it, and the fact that it's been brought up, it's something I never thought about, but I'll be watching the rest of the time.
I will say this. I do not believe the conspiracy theory on the facing the lower end starters, AJ. I can see it on the scheduling, although I don't see it for Ohtani. I mean, he's faced the Mets, Blue Jays, and Guardians. I mean, those are pretty good teams.
Yeah. I didn't say it. I'm just saying I know this. Shohei, and I'm not accusing Shohei of this at all, and neither was Andrew. He was just saying that the 3 times he's pitched, and he's been really good. Let's not forget that. I mean, the Blue Jays aren't swinging it very well. The Guardians aren't known for their offense, and then the Mets are right now. The Mets are metting. I don't know what else I can say about the Mets. They're just not very good right now. So I don't know. It was just an interesting thought. I'm just throwing a thought out there. I'm not throwing out saying it's true or this or that, but it was an interesting thought because, yes, at Kratz, I have seen guys duck certain teams that rake certain guys, and pitchers. I don't know. I don't know if I can go. I mean, I've seen it happen.
I'm just saying this is going to get posted as its own video, and you just might want to clarify if you stand on the line of any conspiracy theory with scheduling with this particular pitcher or people, or you're just informing us that other pitchers have done this in the past. I just want to put that out there for you guys to say, yes, I believe any conspiracy theory with Ohtani scheduling or not. I personally don't. And I love a good conspiracy theory. I think they're trying to pitch him like every week, sometimes even a little bit more than a week you'll see in between starts. So he's only up to 3. He's got an 0.50 ERA, 18 innings. He finally gave up an earned run in this one. He's striking out the world with the fastball touching 100, and he's got the curve down in the low 70s. He was establishing the fastball early and then unleashed the entire arsenal throughout the rest of the performance in 6 innings against the Mets. But I think the biggest thing with the Dodgers will just be the TLC that they give him and a little bit of a battle at some point later in the season if these numbers keep up. Because Ohtani does love individual accomplishments as well, and he's going to want to win a Cy Young Award. I think that is a significant bucket list item, and I think this could be the year that he pulls it off. I don't know if he's going to pitch for the rest of his career. I mean, I think maybe if I had to guess, I'd put the over-under at 3.5 more years that he pitches, maybe 4.5, but I think there'll be a point where he becomes an outfielder late in his career. So for now, AJ, this might be his best shot ever if he's feeling good. And what's the threshold? Does he need 150 innings, whatever the number is, so that he can win a Cy Young Award against what should be very difficult competition, including Paul Skeens in the National League?
Yeah, and listen, I want to clarify this. Have I seen pitchers do this? Yes. I've also seen position players take days off when a tough pitcher is pitching. So I agree with Kratz on that. And as far as this thing, what I said about Shohei, it's just somebody said to me, and listen, I don't know if it's true or not. I don't even know. I know he pitched against Clay Holmes yesterday. I don't know who he pitched against the last 2 times, but it's just something to talk about. It's something to talk about. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's not saying this or that, but I know this. Shohei makes his schedule. We know this. Joe Madden said this when he managed Shohei, that Shohei makes his schedule and he pitches when, and he doesn't pitch on 4 days rest. He doesn't pitch on 5 days rest. He pitches about once a week or so, and he pitches when he's ready. So listen, Shohei's really good, okay? Shohei can do anything. Shohei is dealing right now. He's feeling it. And you know what? If he wins a Cy Young, it'd be pretty dang awesome.
167. That's how many innings I think he needs. In recent history, Corbin Burns won the Cy Young. He had 167 innings when other dudes were up in the 190s. I think 167 gives you enough that, you know what, if he has a half an ERA, I don't think he's going to have a half an ERA, but if he does have a half ERA, maybe it could be a little bit lower, but Corbin Burns, I think, set the mark where the least amount of innings that you can have, even being super dominant. Like, I just think that's the number. If you're going 6 innings an outing and you only get 27 appearances, he's a little short. So we'll see.
And some of it depends on competition. Even if he does hit that number, and I'm just going to use Skeens as the example. Let's say Skeens gets to 200 innings and has a great ERA and similar strikeout numbers, the whole deal. I mean, if someone has a 30, 40 inning advantage and a lot of similarities elsewhere, they're going to win the battle. By the way, on the starting pitching front, again, just for the Dodger fans, they're going to lose their mind if they only catch the first minute of this segment. He's faced Tanner Bybee, Dylan Cease, and Clay Holmes.
Terrible.
You got to tell Andrew.
All terrible.
Tell Andrew.
Again, I'm just telling you what he's.
No, I know you are.
I hadn't even looked into it.
I'm just being
know.
the stat nerd. I'm just
Tanner
covering
Bybee,
us. Yeah.
Dylan Cease is pretty good. Clay Holmes
is pretty good. Here's the person who got second place the year Burns won it was Zach Wheeler. He went 3 complete games, 2 complete game shutouts. He had almost 50 more innings, and he had 13 more strikeouts than Corbin Burns, and Corbin Burns still won the Cy Young. So you're talking about quite a bit difference in the innings. And games started, Burnsy had 28. Wheeler made all 32 of his. So it's possible. It's possible, but Shohei's got to get it going. He's got to get it going in the sense of like that, making enough starts, getting enough innings to make the writers say, okay, he was better than everybody else.
Right. Right now he's at 18 innings, 1 earned run, 7 walks, 6 strikeouts, or 18 strikeouts, 6 walks. One other component here that I teased and I want to make sure we get to. So Dave Roberts said at the beginning of the year, it's the best team that he's ever managed in terms of what it looks like to him. This was coming out of spring training. So he said this at the beginning of the season. And they are off to a 14-4 start. It is the best, I think it was tied for the best 18-game start that a team has had as a defending champ. again, we're super early into the season, but it's better to start 14-4 than 9-9. And this stat from Alden Gonzalez stood out, as we've seen guys like Kim shine yesterday. Pais is on fire. We might cover him later in the show with a different segment, but bottom of their lineup, OPS, 935. 935. That's a 130-point lead over the second best team in that category. Bottom 3 hitters in their lineup and what they're doing on a nightly basis. In other words, the 7, 8, 9 hitters have basically been Juan Soto OPS from 2023 to 2025. That OPS number was 946. Alden said it's early, but still, that is wild. That is really impressive for the first few weeks of the season. And if that ends up being the case, Kratz, I mean, this team is more dangerous than ever on offense. Hey, remember the World Series last year? There were some times early on in the series where we're like, is the Dodgers okay on offense? Is there enough firepower here? I know we have a long way to go between now and October, but this does look like a more complete team on offense.
Yeah, I would say so. And these guys are going to come down to earth. Dalton Rushing is not going to hit, let's see, what is he hitting? 529, just a news flash. Pais isn't going to hit, based on what I saw in the postseason, he's not going to hit 409. But doesn't mean those guys can't have great years. It doesn't mean Miguel Rojas in his last year can't hit close to 280. But it also means Mookie Betts, when he comes back, isn't going to be hitting 180. Freddie Freeman, because he said he wants to, he will hit above 300. That's just the type of player Freddie Freeman is. So he's due for a little bit of a hot streak because he's only hitting 270. And the best hitter in free agency this offseason is hitting 220, 240 with a below 700 OPS. Kyle Tucker will end the season right around 850 OPS. So there's still guys that need to get hot, and some of these guys will regress. For all the haters are like, well, they're not going to do this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, but their best players will get hot during that time and come back to the mean of where they are in their career. That's what's so amazing about this team.